Well, brothers, yeah, I've got to do a little intervention here. I was reading over Curtis's comments. Titled Easy to Walk Away From, Part 1. Hey, Supreme, today I went out and tried to get a girlfriend. Okay. A Colombian chick, and earlier we agreed to meet at the beach at 7. She was a little late, and I texted her, is she almost here? Says, sorry, running 5 minutes late. I said, okay. Then she writes, or 10. And I didn't reply. Okay. She's circling around the parking lot, and I'm thinking she's looking for a parking space. But she sees me laughing in the car, talking, having a good time. I'm watching videos. But she gave me a look like she's just watching me. She might think you're crazy if you're sitting there in your car giggling, being unplayeristic, laughing. Not that players don't laugh, but in your car by yourself. Yeah. Okay. I get to the car and I said, you're not looking for a parking space. You remind me of Trump. The more he opens his mouth, the more he puts his foot in it. She says she had to do something for her dad. My response was, really? What I have to talk about can't be done in 5 minutes. She says, Jovi, are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, what was it you want to talk about? And before I was dancing around the question like a bitch because deep down I didn't want to get hurt. But then I kind of blurted out, I want to make you mine. She says, what? Okay, but you understand that if someone wants to make you theirs, right, Jovina?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. You don't like the sound of that?
How long have they known each other?
A few months, as you'll see in just a minute.
Okay. Go on.
Okay, let me continue. And I say, says what? And I say, to get to know you more. Talk about me and you. Uh-oh. Me and you.
Commitment.
No. My song. I got it in my head. Kanye West. So heartless. That's part of the song. Words from the song. Me and you.
Being heartless, didn't you?
Of course you did. It's Curtis.
I don't know who Chris is.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Curtis. Easy walk away from part 2. And I swear, as soon as I said that, she jumped and let go of the brake a little. I can kind of see why. I want to make you mine.
She's free.
Again, Curtis, I have never listened, and I want you to learn from what I'm telling you. So maybe, just maybe, it might sink into that thick skull of yours. I don't know, maybe I need to hit you in the head with a baseball bat first. But I have never asked any of the females in my past to be my girlfriend. I have said stuff like that in bed. Not that, whose is this? I don't ask the question. I've said before, the statement, this is mine. But I've never called a girl somewhere and I want to make you my girlfriend. Are you still in high school? Grown folks don't do it that way. You just start hanging together. Then they ask, girls will ask, so what is this? Where is this going? And of course, the man is supposed to answer, well, I thought we would kick it together. I'm exclusive. Are you? You know, something like that. But you called her down there to make her yours, huh? This belongs on So Suave, by the way. So Simp. Let me continue. Yeah, you shot the shit out of her while she let go of the brake. I thought she was going to drive off. What did you have done if she had drove off? Looking overhead, speeding off faster, screech around the corner.
She did want to drive off.
Yeah, she probably did, but she stayed. And she says, I thought we already established this, that we're just friends. And we never really talked. So you don't really have... I read your whole thing. You guys went on one date, but let's get to that in a minute. I said, yeah. But that was the point of you coming here, so I can get to know you more. Then she says, I'm a good friend, but she's not interested and didn't change her mind. I said, cool. We left the scene at the same time. The backstory is she chose me first. Now, if a woman had chose you, that means she would want to be with you, to date you, okay? I don't think you, in your church-blown ass mind, really understand what choosing is. You ever had a girl that was just interested in you, and she was just focused on you? That's good choosing. Not a girl that glanced across you when you got together in a group, she's new to the group, and she looked into your eyes for a moment. That, in this group setting, and shook your hand, hey, how you doing? That's not choosing. Okay? She looks and then looks away. Count 1,001, 1,002. If she looks and stops, that's some strong choosing. Okay? But you guys went to a movie, so I'll believe you that she was choosing. We met through friends of friends, but she asked me to take her to the movies. Ah, okay. I already read this all, by the way, fellas. I fucked it up because the movie was $15. I didn't know, and I only had $13 to bring because that's all I had. Wait, she asked you to take her to the movies, and you didn't have enough to pay for yourself, let alone her movie? Remember when a girl asks you to take them to movies, they're saying pay for my movie, bitch. Because I'm hot. This is wrong on so many counts. From a player standpoint. Because that shouldn't be happening until after you guys fuck. Girls don't deserve a movie date till you guys get in bed. If she's good in bed, then she maybe deserves a movie. Fuck the bullshit. I want you to listen and replay these words. What I just said. So maybe if you play it every day for the next 30 days, just record those words I just said and listen over and over and over and over and over and over again. Maybe it might sink in. And this kind of field report won't exist. God, I hope so. Again, girls get no dates till you fuck them. How come guys like Bangura fucks the shit out of them, and they just like with me, they bring them food or they take them out? You're no different than Bangura. You're both the same complexion. You're taller. You're both muscular. Difference is he didn't get that Jehovah's Witness shit. You got all of the ass, and obviously it's leaking out your ass now. That nice guy programming. The girls know a nice guy. One bitch thought Bangura was a nice guy and asked him to take her out. I remember him talking about that, how he laughed about it. Actually, we all laughed about that shit. There's some guys, girls are afraid to do that shit too. And you're not getting off the vibe. You're giving off a different kind of vibe out there in the game, and you still haven't learned to change your vibe yet, bro. Okay, so I fucked it because the movie is 15. Are you listening, Jovian? Listen, $15. I didn't know, and I only had $13 to bring because that's all I had. So she pays $2 extra for my ticket and buys popcorn and soda. From that point on, she thinks I'm cheap. No, she don't think you're cheap. She thinks you're broke. She thinks you're dusty. Broke, bummy, dusty.
He was, obviously, if he didn't have enough money to even pay for his own ticket.
Yeah, Joey said you were, obviously, if you didn't have enough to pay for you. Exactly. She don't want to be with broke, bummy, and dusty. When I drive her back home, she says she's been thinking and that we should just stay friends. And I said, really? So she already gave you the friend zone. So what you did today was creepy, by the way. She already put you in friend zone. What you did today is creepy. It's stalkerish. It should not have even happened. Jovina, comments? She already said, let's just be friends. And it was after the movie because she viewed him as being broke, bummy, and dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty dudes.
And that turned
Black
out,
dudes. Dusty, broke, bummy, black dudes.
if she had any interest at all, she lost all that interest when
Exactly. Now, if you recall my product, How to Talk to Females, I talked to a Colombian chick for an hour and a half. There was a YouTube subscriber. She mentioned how the Latin community is. She talked about that. She will only give you one chance to step over after she makes eye contact. After that, she figures you're too fucking weak to deal with. So you guys who are getting the eye contact and over there all insecure, want to check for more eye contact because you don't feel strong enough to step over, you're not worth your fucking time. And I agree with her 110%. Stay away from women like that. All you do is bring your weak ass shit into their life and they got to weed you out. Again, I feel sorry for females out there with the quality of males these days. That's why I'm here, to bring this shit back to manhood. So she already best friended you. Then she was kind of shocked and started to feel some type of way. Do you think she shouldn't deserve to be shocked? That you did this shit again? That you're trying to, I want to make you mine. She already just befriended you. I want to make you mine. I told you I just want to be friends, but I want to make you mine. I want to just get to know each other. Do you see how stupid that sounds? Now you done made yourself a laughing stock, brother. Hopefully she don't tell anybody, but she will. Hopefully it's not in your circle. I think it might be time to make some new friends.
they met through friends, she'll say something.
Yeah, she'll tell some of the girls. Now you done fucked up your social game. It's nothing new, Supreme. It always blows up in my face because you do shit like this. When you feel the urge come on to do something stupid, don't. Wait a full... Make a comment on the video blog here and wait till I get back to you. Okay? When you feel the urge to do something stupid or say something stupid, don't until you stop yourself, zip your lips, go like this, and don't talk anymore. Just nod your way and excuse yourself from the group. And run. Run. Curtis, run.
Like the wind.
Like Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest, run.
Your feet turned out the side. And leave a comment. I'll get back to you when I see it. Don't do anything until I make a comment to you. It always blows in my face. And it's situations like this that I cause. One good thing is you realize you caused this. Cause that makes me not want to have a heart. Now, I told you about that shit a long time ago. No bitch deserves your heart until she proved herself. Just because she's beautiful and hot, you want to pour your heart out to a bitch? A once a month bleeding, stinking ass whore of a bitch? That's some church boy shit, boy. That's some church boy shit. Don't mean boy, I'm sorry. You're a growing man now. Growing male. In a sense, they'll have to work long and hard to deserve it, yes. Yet, at the same time, it's my weakness that makes me waver and say, yes! Yes! When a girl all of a sudden decides to talk to me again, no matter how hard I try to keep myself in check. Because you're desperate, because you're weak. You got to strengthen yourself. By the way, I've been there. I've done some stupid shit before too, in my high school days. But damn, you're out of high school. This is one of the reasons why I'd say I'd rather just focus on being successful to get my mind off the void of not having a woman and stop jacking off and just be a workaholic like a celebrity you see in their documentaries. Running is not the answer. It's the answer of a weak male. Unfortunately, your upbringing was programmed to make you a weak male. You got to come from way below what normal males come from who didn't get that religious programming. Think about the ordinary dudes out there. They weren't programmed like you were. This shit's in your system. It's in your mind. It's in your beliefs, in your ways, your mores, everything. I hate reporting weakness. Sorry. Do not feel bad for me. I don't, obviously. Though, but my actions and bitch assness, this is what I deserve. You did deserve it. I know that. We all know that. Now 50 fucking push-ups. Feel every last one of them. Your affirmation, I will be a man. That's on the positive. On the way up, I will be a man. And down, I will be a man. And down. Growl it. Let it come from deep inside, Curtis. We got to acid wash all the shit that's inside of you through the fires of pain. What would you recommend I do about racism? James Hudson asks. What would you recommend federal politicians do about that? He had to be joking about that one. Politician. What can ordinary white males do about racism? First of all, recognize that it's there. That's coming from your race. Accept it and admit it and recognize it. So when you see it, stand against it. Don't let people tell the black jokes at your work without saying, hey, I don't appreciate that. If you see a black person being abused, step up. By one of your people, step up. Case in point. Okay, I'm at, what's that auto place parts? Jovina. What's that auto parts place around the corner? I forgot. Cragen? O'Reilly. O'Reilly. I don't want to put their name out like that, but O'Reilly, get it? Yeah. O'Reilly, Hannity, figures. But I'm at O'Reilly. There's a line. There's two people in front of me. There's me. Then there's an Asian guy behind me. The two guys in front of me get helped, and this white kid opens up a check stand. He turns to the Asian guy and asks him if he can help him. I said, I'm next. And he tried to play it off. That's racist. Okay? He saw me stand there, but he turned to the non-black person. Usually it's Usually when it happens, it's a white person standing back there. If you see that, stand up and say something about it. It goes on all the time. You got to pay attention. You probably don't know it's because you're probably used to it, Hudson. And if it happens to you, say, no, this person was in front of me. Every time you see racism pop its head, stand up and do something about it. We need more people of your race to do stuff like this. When you see the KKK people or racist people, stand against them. Now, I know that stopped you from voting for Trump, but it is what it is. Let me do it. I got to do it today. The Mexicans.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
that. He has no lips. I like the Mexicans.
I love them.
Oh, I love the Mexicans. James Hudson has no lips either. He has real thin lips. We'll save the federal joke for another time. Federal politicians. They're the reason why this shit's like this. Yeah, we can elect honest politicians in there. Start voting for honest politicians. Do you think Trump is an honest politician? Do you think he's honest? Or is it because he's just a white male? See, you're already going against, racism. Or going for in the side of racism, in other words. You people really can't believe he's honest. You sound like you people really have done your research. See, I haven't come out in support of anybody. I'm confused. You first say you're on Democrat team, then Republic. Who? I have never said I was. I said I was a Democrat. Did you hear me, Brofist, trying to support Trump?
Are you kidding?
Let me explain what side I'm on. None of them. Okay? None of them are going to do a goddamn thing for my race. None of them. It's easy being white. It's easy being a white male. All you gotta do is sit there, do your thing, live your life. You don't have to give a fuck. That I gotta worry about my kids driving on the streets. You don't give a fuck. I know that, Brofist. You don't give a fuck about me. All you want is some information from me. I get it. You don't give a fuck. Hey, it's a black guy, the Mullinex, or whatever his name is, a MGTOW. Very suspect and racist, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. I listened to one of his videos. Never again. White guys love him because he speaks well and he does good videos. They lap that shit up off the ground like hot spit. Witchcraft is kind of like voodoo. No, it's not. Is going out on your own to a nightclub odd, Supreme? I did it. I had better lays when I did it alone. Because I didn't have to watch out for my boy, Craig. I didn't have to worry about him. I got tired of him not getting laid, so I started trying to help him get laid. I don't get it, Supreme. When I'm in a good vibe, women will talk to us, then kiss us there, and then, yeah, you got to figure out what did you do to trigger that good vibe, man. Hold on. I never chew a whole stick of gum. When you go to the clubs, this is your best friend. Because I give you that asshole look. Notice the cocky dudes? They chew gum. If you're a nerd and a geek. You'll probably wear earplugs to the club like some jackass. Don't bother going if you do. Okay? You just stand like a fucking sore thumb. Get your punk ass out of the club. Ain't nobody buying that punk ass, weak ass shit. See, the asshole's already starting. Rufus, I talk to a lot of stupid women and tell them I don't want Trump to win since it's dangerous. They all say I don't care about politics. White, black women say that to me. They don't care about shit that matters. How do I find intelligent women? Go to where intelligent women are. Figure out where they are. They go in your town. Okay. Prophet says I had the nice guy syndrome. Michael, what's going on? What's going to bed soon? What's going to bed soon? Nah, I ain't going to bed soon. So ain't nothing going to bed soon. I'm going to do your workout program soon. Which program? There, Michael. That one punk motherfucker that I banned, I said, stop sipping tea. He's probably come back with under a different screen name. Say, I don't like you chewing gum. It looks unprofessional. Weak motherfuckers. Let's see what we got. We got a bunch of comments from Brofist. On today's video. But anyway, I want to do my introduction or my intervention for Curtis Jordan. Curtis, you really got to pull yourself together. Stop this childish shit. Don't ever pull a female down somewhere. And I just want to make you mine. Don't ever ask. Okay? When you ask, it's certainly not yours. Don't ask a woman to be your girlfriend. It just happens. You start hanging out together. If you're good, she'll want to be around you more. Okay? So when you call to go out somewhere, invite her along. Hey, I'm going to the movies. You want to roll? It's that easy. And if she's non-black American, they like that urban lingo. Like white chicks, you want to roll? It makes them feel cool and naughty. Like they're on the inside. They're getting some urban lingo shit. So, grow your balls. I'm glad you recognize you fucked up. I know you're hurting. And don't cry over a bitch again. I know you cried. I know you got all moist and shit. That's why you made this post. You can't even get your shit straight. You're so upset. Fuck that shit. She already befriended you. Or best friended you or whatever. The friend zone shit. Okay? She didn't deserve you crushing on her all these goddamn months since you had taken her out. That's just creepy. And you're a brother. Come on. We don't do creepy. Time to start doing cool. All right, Curtis? Check, see if there's any comments. The one you have for the gym, personal workout. I've got a whole site with about 10 workouts in it. So are you talking about that or the one that I just posted on the video blog here? I think I posted one a long time ago. Probably on the old one, actually. Which one are you talking about there, Mike? The one in my store, okay. Those are some tough programs. Those are some real tough programs. But good luck on that. Oh, you want to do the ab one? Okay, well that's tough too. Shit. They're separate. The home workout one is the personal training one, so to speak. It's not personal training. I create the workouts. They're on audio file. You download them. You put them in your phone. You go to the gym. You listen to my voice. I guide you through the shit. What's going on, Strider? Looks like we're going to have another long session today. Nerds, they like for you to get to the point. They like A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2. They like it like that, you know. Real. So one of the nerds popped up. Make your videos shorter. Total nerd speak. They have no social skills. Instead of, sir, I think you might benefit more in viewership if you made your videos shorter. No. That much has got work. What part of the states are you in, Strider? One question, Supreme. What think of the slip-on shoes? I'm wearing a pair of slip-ons right now. Soft skin shoes. I don't have disagreements with them. If I'm going to go to the club, I was getting ready to head to Arizona, but I changed my mind, Strider. If I'm going to the club, I'll wear lace-ups. Grown men wear lace-ups. I was getting ready to head to Sedona, but for the last minute, in Sedona, the marketplace, that's the place I like to go eat and listen to music and dance. Get my dance on. They closed. So we changed. Thank God we didn't book anything. We were booking on, was it yesterday? Yeah, last night or sometime. And so we switched over to just a road trip in California. What part of Arizona? You must be in Phoenix or, not sure, Scottsdale. You're probably in Phoenix, Tucson. I thought slip-ups are more stylish. Maybe where you are. I do know that here in the States, big boys wear lace-ups, tie-up shoes. Phoenix and Tempe. Tempe? Well, I know, Strider, it's hot as fuck. I know you have to watch your dogs when you walk them down the streets. They might explode. It's like 120 down out there. Tempe. Slip on Oxfords or loafers? D. Hodge is asking the question. Sup, Supreme? Sup, Hodge? Yeah, he says, Strider says, usually pretty hot, like 120. Yeah. That's why I'm not there. That's Arizona for you, man. D. Hodge. It gets up to 120.
What part of Arizona is that?
Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
That's the good thing. That's the good thing. Girls dress for the weather here, Strider says. Yep. I was there at a club a few years back, some years back. A pimp came in. How many hoes did he have, Jovina? Wasn't it 6? 4? 4 or 5?
Several. Maybe
Yeah.
4. At least 4.
He had at least 4 hoes.
Maybe more, because there was a bunch of other people there that kind of.
Yeah, but his hoes were sticking around him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they were supposed to be next to Daddy. So he was. This pimp was 4 hoes deep in the club, and he really danced. They got him danced by themselves, you know, with each other and shit like that. And I think he got up on one song and danced with him, but he sat there, you know, doing his pimp thing. The housing market in Arizona is good. Jovi and I were actually looking at buying a house out there foreclosure house at one time. And we missed, yeah, we're still kicking ourselves for missing that fucking deal. I forgot what town it was in, but yeah. Michael says, did you ever get women on a crowded beach, Supreme? Is it good? No, I never have. I didn't go to beaches. Not to say I haven't been to a beach. Just had a memory pop up of having sex with Susie on we have the Sacramento River that runs through Sacramento, and there's certain beaches. We went away from the beach area and found a little private spot. When I was younger, I was in my early 30s. What's up, Crown Chaser? Brandon, damn good show you do here. Thank you there, Brandon. You're very knowledgeable. Keep doing your thing, brother. My brother. Thank you very much for the comments there, Brandon. Arizona can't go wrong with that area. D Crown says, Hodge, their market was red hot 10 years ago. This was actually less than 10 years ago. It was about 5 years ago, I think, that we were looking at buying that house, and we should have. Fuck. That's where we'd be going right now on vacations. But actually, I would have made it a rental. Michael Nolan, there does always LODS, loads, LOADS, loads is what you want to say, of chicks there. The nude beaches are interesting. I've never been to one of those either. Not my kind of scene. Strider, yeah, I believe there are quite a few pimps in AZ, wanted to say. Most of them work with escort. Younger escort here, in my opinion, are independent, but I see your point about pimps here. I don't have a point about pimps there. I just was out there, and I was at a club, and one came in. I have no point at all to make about pimps in Arizona, because if they're truly pimping, that means they're mobile. They'll cross state lines and travel to where the pimping's good. Used to be when I belonged to the Pimps Network, they would check up and see what areas were popping. They'd exchange messages back and forth. Unfortunately, cops and a certain group of males came up in there, and they don't put it out for the squares. But I've gotten a few of their emails about, how Sacramento popping. And I didn't know. Michael Nolan was thinking of going to a nude beach for pickup. How many guys do you think would think of that, Michael? This is like the swingers clubs. That's why they don't want you guys coming, Michael. Single males. By the way, your dick will get hard if you see anything young. Most of the people on the nude beaches are old people. Imagine old, flat-ass, wrinkle-ass white guys with guts running around. Okay? And old, flabby-titty Irish women out there with big bellies. That's what you're going to see the most of. But if you do happen to see any young chicks, they're going to have a man there. Because young chicks will not go to a nude beach just to walk around without having a male to protect them. They have nature events where people just walk around the nude. We got them out here. Apparently, my boy Neil was going to one somewhere near Sacramento. I don't know where he was. I don't do that shit. Neil, he's a nerd, and he only dates Asians. Neil the nerd. Self-proclaimed nerd. Self-professed nerd. It says, damn. Have seen the nude thing? I've seen photographs. Of course, Neil went there. I've seen photographs. Now, Neil, he came in second place in the Southern California Natural Bodybuilding Championships that I competed in the short man category, because he's 5'5". And 5'4", just barely reaching 5'5". Anyway, he's in shape, and he told me how bad the bodies were. Also, I also seen videos. See, there used to be some kind of program on HBO a long time ago where they showed all the weird shit that Americans get into, and that was one of them. I don't recall the name of the damn program. Michael, you could get eye contact at these nature things. Okay, now Michael, you go and tell us how it was. Chase, I tried to sign up for Zen Mac Forum, but the $5, but had trouble getting on. What happened? I'm waiting for Crown to type a reply. Let's try it anyways. Let's get into the game. How would you deal with flaking female that interested at first, but later onward they lose interest in you? Strider, I wouldn't. No bitch is that important to me that I got to deal with some shit like that. Okay. Thank you, Hodge. Lose interest in her. I've been have lost interest if she tries some shit like that on me. And sometimes girls who are being flaky to amp you up, get you all desperate. Nah, I don't do desperate. I don't break. I do the breaking. Phone froze up. Did you ask me something? Yes. What happened when you tried to get onto my forum? Can you guys do that in the future when you say something like that? Tell me what happened. Someone sent me an email this weekend. I tried to buy your products. I couldn't. I said, are you trying it from a cell phone? But then by then I noticed he figured out and got my products. So, Chaser, Crown, what happened? Jovina, turn my light on. I don't want to disappear on these fellas. You know, it's getting dark in here. Darkness. It was unable to process payment. What happened when it tried to process payment? Explain to me what happened. Michael Nolan, if you're single, are you allowed to the swinger? A lot of the swingers clubs, why are you asking me that anyway? They don't want single males. Come on, Michael, you know what it's like. These guys, you got to bring one to get one, is their philosophy. If you want to get some pussy, bring some pussy. Okay? That's how they keep single males like you out. The flaking thing is the funniest shit ever, Hodge says. It transcends races and ages. Strider, what? LOL, swinger thing? Michael, I knew a girl who was single that went. Single women are allowed. I forgot to mention that, in case that's where you're going with that. They'll take all the single women they can, but they don't want you bucks up in there. It gave me an alert that it couldn't process. Do you remember exactly what it said or anything close that I can gather to try to solve the problem? Because people are joining every day. I have my members re-signing up, you know. Hold on. AOL. Let's see, recently.
You've got mail.
I normally delete these. It's the ones that for the products that Open up. Okay, you received a subscription payment 4:07 a.m. You received a subscription payment 3:24 a.m. You received a subscription payment 3:13 a.m. Okay? So other people are getting on. And then process payment. That's what it said. So you tried to pay through PayPal, and it said, well, then, did you use a credit card? Well, I guess you got to use a credit card, unless you have money in PayPal. I only take PayPal, by the way, in case you try to use a credit card. And maybe PayPal had an issue with, I don't know. Yeah, try again. Hodge says, Jay Henry, don't trip, brother. It happens. Females being females. What happened? Did I miss something? Oh, okay. Jay. Yeah, flaking, that happens to me a lot. I get complimented on my looks, so I think they might use that fishing you in and get points. Try it again. Were you on a cell phone, Crown? That causes most of the problems if you're using a cell phone. Michael, so swingers and nature events waste time. There's no easy way to pussy. If there was, every male on the planet would be there already. Michael, the girl I dated, she told me mad stories of the swinger place. She had 2 dicks in her pussy while people were looking at her. No comment. That's definitely a girl to take home to mama. He goes, yep, it was probably the cell tower or something to do with the cell signal. Like I said about the other guy that tried to buy my products this weekend. I guess he went to a better cell area, or he went to a computer, because he told me he was on a cell phone. That was in his comment. Damn, I wouldn't want to hear that story, Michael. Michael says she was a freak, I think. You think? Wait. You think? Michael? Really? Oh my God, I think she was a freak. No. She was a freak. And still is a freak. But you gotta love those freaks. There comes a time when a freak becomes just a slut, though. The freaks I like, they only deal with one man at a time. And I don't want them to been stretched out by these big black dudes, ass and pussy at the same time, and their mouth got stretch marks around their mouths and shit. No, thank you. Is anything wrong with being direct with females? That's one of the best ways to be. Have you told a woman you just wanted to fuck shit her? You mean fuck the shit out of her when the time was right for it, Supreme? I can honestly say I have never said, you know what, I want to fuck the shit out of you to a woman face to face. I've never said that. I've said, let's hook up. Let's go back to my place. Hey, why don't you come over to my place? But I've never, I don't like vulgarity. That's just me. I don't slap women and spit down their throat and stretch their mouth out and call them slut, whore, bitches. I didn't do all that shit. I didn't just slap their tits and make their tits red and slap their face over and over again and call them skanks. You, because they use their white. You blank trash. You're fucking a black dude. You're no good. I didn't do that shit, man. So that I he says interesting. I had a little more class about my shit. It looks like I got Jay excited though. You must be a load of fun, Jay, for females out there. She said she does not like ATM. What do you mean ATM? Oh, I must miss something. She told me they usually have the swingers thing hidden, like they have it up as a wedding. Okay. I can't see the previous remarks. Let's see. Have as a wedding. A crowned bona fide slut. Let's see. She said she does not like the ATM. What is the ATM? What's up with the choking shit? Dodge wants to know. Me too. Jay, what's up with choking? Kristen goes to Gonzalez. How would you approach a girl in a crowded train if it's choosing? Is she sitting or standing? Michael, I want people to try this. Just eat a bitter lemon before you ejaculate. It's weird. No, thank you. Standing. Walk over and say, hey, how you doing? You don't need anything special, Christian. Yeah, walk up. How you doing? Or just say, hello. Mind if I stand here? Of course, you want to ask permission to bust her space, right? Mind if I stand here? If she's sitting, walk over and say, hello. Mind if I sit down? Take a load off? Jay, man, it sounds like some of these women are messed up. I don't think all women are messed up. They're Hodge, but yeah. Jay says, hello, not into it, but someone I know had a girl that liked it. And he had to back out of the relationship because he was afraid it was turning into a thing for him. I had a girl ask me to slap her. In fact, she was the female I met at a swingers club. I walked into the swingers club. She was with this Asian guy, and I took it from the Asian guys. I don't normally do that. I don't recommend doing that either. I just thought they were friends anyway. I didn't know that they're on a date. So I told her, no, fuck with me. You got to fuck with my boy Craig. And I said, we got to go pick him up at the airport. So we went and picked him up at the airport. He had flown down to, I think, San Diego. He was working as a TV producer at the time, and he did some kind of production work down there. And I picked him up. I got tired of being his pimp. He had pussy waiting for him. I was trying to train him to get pussy. That was his first piece of ass, and he literally got ass. He stuck it in the wrong hole. But we went back to her place. She had a big old huge California king bed. And we got busy. That's the advantage of going to a swingers club, getting swingers chicks. But she wanted me to slap her because, I started fucking her for a little while, off and on, Craig and I, because I used her to train him on how to get girls off in bed, which he never did. And she was actually, I'm the only one that ever got her off in bed. She was freaky. She actually went to my high school too. But she was a lot younger than I was. She was into punk when it first started. People getting into punk are really intelligent. They get in these subgroups like goth and all that. They're highly intelligent. But she wore all black and silver. In fact, that was part of her name, screen name. Anyway, she wanted to see two gay guys do it. She had a gay friend. She wanted him to take her to the truck stops where they're doing it, but also she wanted to try, hoeing. And I told her don't do it till she was ready. You know, I was going to be her pimp. She went out by herself because I wasn't doing it fast enough. I was afraid. I had a little bit of fear in me about the subject at that time. She got raped. And she felt guilty for it. That was a little thing I used to do with Craig. She got raped. Not to laugh at rape, but she got what she got. Not what she deserved, but you know, she wanted to be punished for it. So I slapped her. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Craig held her. I smacked her face. I didn't like it. Just wasn't my thing. No car sex. Let's see. Where's the comment? J-Man. The PUA stuff is confusing to follow. Then stop following it, J-Man. The other J. She ain't have no pimp. Nope. She thought she could do it on her own. There are a lot of bitches out there trying to do it on their own. They call them faggots. That's the nickname of the pimp game for a bitch doing her own, is a faggot. Michael Nolan. There are underground cult sex things. Yeah. You need to get laid, man. Strider, do they seriously have swingers clubs in America? Yes, they do. You must be in Europe. Hey, Europe's worse. Europe has swingers clubs. They're the place that started the fucking swingers shit. And the Marquis de Sade shit, the whipping and ass beating shit. And you guys have animal bordellos. Come on, bruh. Leave the fucking little puppies alone, man. Shit. Don't fuck the sheep. Come on. I don't want to get some wool with jizz all over it and shit. Dudes. I feel sorry for animals that get locked up in an animal bordello. You know, it's bad enough you got somebody controlling your life. You know, you got the farmer control your life. But then he puts you in a stall and some dude comes. Supreme, what is a renegade? That's also a renegade hoe. That's the other name for it, is a renegade. What about getting public sex? What do you mean? Doing it in public? Everybody does that. In the back of a strip club, you know, I've never done that. I've never cheapened myself, Strider. I thought swingers was worldwide. They are. There's even black people into it. Crown Chaser. The club I went to, there were a lot of black couples in there. In fact, one of the head couples, this Amazonian black chick, she was tall and, you know, big boned, not fat though, curvy. And then her husband, he was tall also. And they had a house. A lot of people were into it. The best thing is if you get your girlfriend to party with you like that. It starts with the threesomes. I don't recommend it. Kinks in the Bay Area. Google it. Yeah. Kinks. There's also there's that one public sex place in San Francisco. I just can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's in San Francisco there, Hodge. Fuck. I forget. I can't think of it. Next to the swingers are escorts dorms. Escorts dorms. That means you guys have whole buildings of escorts in Ireland? Interesting. Strider, what do you think is the best place to get women? A nightclub. Hands down, a nightclub. Next best place would be online dating. Of course, when you go to a nightclub, you got to bring your A game. Of course, when you do online dating, you got to bring your A game again. Those are two best places. The mall, shit, no. Hell no. Walking down the streets, hell no. Mikey. Water manipulation before a contest? How? Thanks. Old school listener here. Glad you're still on doing your thing. I have no idea what you're trying to type. I think you're talking about getting rid of your water. And a lot of the guys, they were doing those saunas things. Hot saunas. You're doing a bodybuilding contest? Jay, did you see Natasha Hastings at the? I haven't seen the Olympics. I just watched the Americans win the 4x4. That's about it. Michael, most women won't go to that with you, the swingers thing. Hell no. Water garden. Question mark. Hodge asks, Strider, the swingers thing is about being fucking sex animal. I want to say something, but I don't want to seem like I'm a racist. But in Europe, back in the caveman days, that's basically what was going on. Was group sex. Until it produced another mouth to feed. A woman back then had to know how to satisfy a lot of fucking males. Think about it, especially with the Neanderthals, with no social order. Think how many dicks those women took. Neanderthals were not human, but think how many dicks they took. How do you approach at the gym or supermarket? The same way you do anywhere. I don't recommend the gym, but supermarket, walk over and open your mouth, Jay. What are you afraid of? Jay, this channel here, we're about let a bitch choose. So let her give you eye contact first, then step over. If she gives you eye contact for 1001, 1002, then looks away, that means she's slightly bit interested. Step over, see how deep the rabbit hole goes. That way you can cut out the rejection shit that you're afraid of. Easy peasy. Now, what if I don't get eye contact? That means you're not on her level. She doesn't like you. Okay? That means you need to go work on yourself. It's a good indicator, though. The girls that give you eye contact, that's the level you're on. If they're fat bitches, then you got to do some work on yourself. Christian, any beginner dance moves for the nightclubs? Step touch. If you step touch on beat, then you can dance. Okay? Step touch in, step touch in. Don't step touch out because you might step on someone's foot. Strider, Jay, walk up, ask how you doing, have a normal convo. Mikey says, yes, you are competing for a contest. They also use certain diuretics. I trained naturally. Okay? So I had my clients lay out in the sun. That got rid of water out of them real fast. Every day before competition. I didn't put them on diuretics though. I'm 100% natural. Nothing except maybe a vitamin. How'd you find me? And know that I was a trainer. Mikey, how was Greece? And the little one, Raul. Raul is grown up now. He's a grown man, handling his business. I just talked to Greece Saturday night. And he had his birthday on Sunday. He's doing fine. Still in pussy. That brother stays in pussy. Jade, damn. 1,002. That's mad long. I didn't see the previous comment. Neferu. What's up? Strider, 39, I think. Crown Chaser, I got a 48-year-old former fitness trainer. She's down to fuck. Then fuck her. All that shit you've been talking about yourself. Fuck that bitch. I've done women in the 40s before when I was in my 30s. I've done older too. I don't say look good. Okay, Christian says, I'll look up the step touch in. Jovina, do you mind holding the camera for just a moment? While I show this brother the step touch in. Let me see if I can find me a song. All right, it's right there. You have to hold it. So point at my feet so that I can. Let me get a song. Let me see. Fuck. Now I can't even think of fucking something good. Should I make it sexual? No.
You're showing him step touch, right?
No, I'm trying to think of a group. Was it Enough? No, that's not that one. Hold on. There's a song that I love to use. And now I can't think of the fucking words. All right, fuck that. Hip hop. Let's just put in hip hop. Oh yeah. I know an artist. In the Club. Okay, bring it around. To the beat. That's the touch. Bring it higher. Listen my hips. I'm leaving my hips. That's all you're gonna do in the club. Okay? That's it. Thank you very, very much. All right. Supreme, you got the wrong idea about me, brother. I gave my background, not my current. Oh! Did I fuck up? My bad, I fucked up. Okay. You're very welcome, Christian. If you could, take the video off this and practice. Dodge says I've done older. I was 38. She was 53. Yoga, Pilates, dance classes. She's a body of 30-year-old. There you go, D. Yeah, you fucked up, brother. I done fucked up. Sorry if I missed your comment earlier. I'm just going to move on because I'm going on an hour here. I get and talk to you guys, and I do these shows really, really long. I do want to try to keep them about 30 minutes. I'm all about that positive mindset. Crown says, getting choosing, brother. Yeah, getting choosing. There you go. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Jay, if you're not a drinker, should you still go nightclubbing? Hell yeah. I ordered orange juice and punch. Orange juice and punch. They put some punch in there. Then I would order Coke. When I started hanging out with my boy Craig, I started drinking because his energy, it made me uncomfortable. So I would dead myself a little bit. 2 drinks, though. Don't drink more than 2 drinks. White guys, only 2 drinks. I'm sorry. I know you guys like to go to a bar, get all shit-faced. Go to another bar, get all shit-faced, and then go to a club and stumble around. Don't do that. Okay? You guys got to really control your drinking, Michael Nolan, especially you Irish blokes. See, he's laughing at my orange juice and punch. Okay, I was a pussy. I like getting drunk because I need my brains to, outthink these females. What are some other good dating sites other than OkCupid, POF, Tinder? Do a search for it. I don't know what's out there currently at the moment. There were some good ones when I first came online, though. The Fighting Irish. Really? You can only handle beer? For an Irishman, you're a pussy, man. You guys can drink and still walk away from it. From what I know from the movies. See, I got bad education. Actually, I have had some Irish people tell me that here in the States. They've gone home to Ireland and got drunk under the table. But how do I keep my thoughts from racing? How do I keep my thoughts, Crown Chase asking, from racing? You a boss at self-control management. Any tips? Your thoughts from racing. Yeah, let's find out why they're racing. At what point do your thoughts get to racing? Of course, it's around a woman. So what are your thoughts? What are your fears? Think about those. What do you have to be afraid of? Why are you nervous around a female? Get to the bottom of it. You have to uncover it, dig deep, and pull it out into the light and see what's really going on there. So you put it into the racing thoughts once and for all. Crown is also speaking to you. Hodge is speaking to you, Crown. Michael Nolan, the Polish can handle the spirits now. Really? America is a melting pot. It's also the most racist country on the planet. When I was younger, the Polish were considered stupid. There was a character named, what was that dude on Barney Miller, Jovina? The character on Barney Miller, the Polish guy, Wojciech or something like that? Jehovah's, and he was like, whoa. He was like stupid. They made him look like blockheads. That's American television. The Irish are always the cops or walking a beat in the movies. You guys ought to watch those old black and white movies. Those are really fun to watch. You will always see the cops always have the Irish accent. Like they just got off the boat from Ireland. The captains of the police force were always regular white guys without the accents. Of course, we were, in those movies, we were the elevator attendants if we were lucky. Rarely were we cabbies, so they didn't want us driving them around. They would always show us in the background, somewhere like cooking or some shit like that. Fear of fucking up in bed and not getting her to cloud 9. That's what the weakness. So does your mind race in bed? Is that when it starts racing? If so, then You need to make sure that you're comfortable in your skills, your ability to get a female off. You need to keep a female with you for a while and practice on her. And I don't care what she looks like. Hell, make her an ugly bitch so you don't get attached. Go get an ugly bitch and fuck the shit out of her and give her the best sex. Practice. All the stuff that I put out, practice. All that stuff. Mind fucking, fucking the clit, everything. That way, with her being ass, butt ugly, you won't fall in love. And you can drop her ass. I hate to say it so crude like that and heartless like that, but drop her ass when you're ready. The Brazilians don't drink much here. Didn't know that. Jay, you need to get some of that Brazilian pussy, Michael. Because I bet that shit is good as a motherfucker. The Brazilians, passionate. To the roof. I will co-sign on Brazilian pussy. Any brother out there wants to know about it. Jay, I don't feel like I got a drink to let loose unless it gets into salsa. Even with salsa, I don't feel I have to let loose either. Crown Cheese, right. David Condi, why do girls give numbers but don't reply or follow up? That means they're not that impressed with you, David. You didn't impress them before you got the digits. You didn't get them excited about waiting for your call. So what are you doing in your life that's not impressing girls? How are you coming at them? Are you a man? Are you going somewhere in your life? Do you have that kind of swag? Is your swag on point? Swag is an African-American term. Let's talk about charisma, basically. It's charisma. Crown, I've been getting choosing all my life. I just can't ever close any of them. My bipolar has a lot to do with racing thoughts. Then you need to be on the medication. There's no shame in that, Crown. Michael Nolan Supreme, do you have any guys in the toilet in your country? What is okay, I must be mispronouncing. Toilet. Tolet. Do you mean toilet? In your country in Dublin? They do be in the toilet, same word again, giving perfume. Yeah. Bouncers. I got stationed there at one time. In the bathroom. You do your shift in there. Mikey, get a fugly fixer-upper. I used to get fuglies back in the day me and my homie boy used to call them classic cars. They just need to be fixed up. Some got that pretty face potential. Yeah, I've noticed that too. There, Mikey. Strider. Chaser, you're contradicting your words from earlier. Hodge. Ed David. A wise man once told me, just because a female gives you her number doesn't mean they want you to call her. Chase says, I'm on meds. Yes, sir. No shame this way. That's why I'm here. Cool. Those meds should have your head on straight. Because my oldest boy is okay now. He doesn't think people are following him and shit. He's not freaking out anymore. David, it's usually an ego boost for females. Yeah, David, rather words. Excuse me. 80 more pounds, brothers. 80 more pounds will be at my goal.
Huh?
Talking to fellas. Should be before the end of the year. Premium, have you seen any colors? I've seen every last one of them, Jay. In fact, I was just watching number 4 last night. Well, I've seen Hidden Colors, but I was watching something on YouTube on it. Oh, Michael, no, not a bouncer, like a toilet guy. Yeah, okay, those guys, yeah, they sell the aftershave and the cologne. Yeah, we've had those over here. Guys that get in there and sell products. They sell gum. They get tips. Damn, it's been a while. Squittering. They have guys squittering aftershave on you. Oh, squirting. Mike, are you dyslexic? Supreme, you getting skinny and shit? Just getting back to my muscular weight. 225. 225. I should have a 34-inch waist again. Most here are Nigerians. Oh. They got your country too, huh? Jay, what do you think about it as far as the Moors and other cultures, given that you've traveled a lot? What do you think about it as far as the Moors? You mean black people in other cultures? Or do you mean from history? Because I haven't traveled to Europe. 80 pounds, you're going to be ready for defensive line with the Raiders. At my age, Abisescu, Ed Nolan, we sit on toilets. Toilets are in the restroom. Men in restroom equals restroom attendant. I don't want to do squirting on me. Well, they have the colognes. Over here they didn't squirt them on you, but they had their whole list of colognes out there, and you paid by, I think, tipping. I didn't wear cologne. I wore those those scents I told you about, so I didn't wear cologne that often. So I didn't use their cologne, but I did make sure I got some of their gum and gave them a tip. Crown Chase, how to make a woman come. How much for that product? $27. I thought you had it. There's one thing everyone listening to me should have gotten by now is how to make a woman come. Because eventually you're going to be fucking. And don't trust yourself to be able to do an apt job at it. Hell, apt ain't even good enough these days. You gotta knock the shit out of her. Put her ass to sleep. A chaser, Strider's talking to Chaser. My opinions are you think a lot like I do, and you let your ego take too many hits from your on issues, such as being and bipolar and lack of experiences. If you want to grow, put in some work, bro. Good advice, Strider. 27 minutes. What is that? 27.00? $27, yeah. Crown bet. Michael, tipping the jar and you get gum and some aftershave. Cool. Michael says, when I lived in Holland, you lived in Holland? You had to pay to use the toilet. It was mad. Really? Supreme, how do I get your weight loss program? It's part of the AB program. It's a PDF, but that's not what I'm doing. I've gotten even more strict than that. I am doing the 6 meals a day and small meals, but I'll tell you guys exactly what I eat every day. For breakfast, Jovita makes a small bowl of oatmeal. She puts 3 strawberries in there and a sprinkling of blueberries for the antioxidants. And also 2 Splendas. 2 Splendas. And also I put a little bit of low-fat milk on it. But lately I've been using half and half. Okay? Just a little bit, just to, stir it up a little bit. For lunch, I have either scrambled eggs with shrimp in it. I just started eating the shrimp. High in cholesterol, I know that. Or just scrambled eggs but in the scrambled eggs, there's onion and there's mushrooms. And I just had her start adding some string cheese to it. I'm still losing with string cheese. That's mozzarella cheese. It's low fat. So I have that every day for lunch. Dinner is what's different. Salad with chicken on it. We buy the rotisserie chicken for $5. I don't go to Sam's Club anymore. It was $4.98 at Sam's Club, but I get it for like $6 at what I call the Ghetto Store, which is a store around the corner where all the black folks go. Yeah, I will be quitting, Richard. And your ass taking over. That's gonna be my backup dude. So for dinner, also she'll make tilapia. She'll season and fry it with no bread. I've had no rice, no heavy carbs. I've eliminated all sugars out of my diet. Period. No condiments. None of that's like ketchup. I love ketchup, but there's sugar in ketchup. I've deleted all the sugar. I switched to Equal in the morning. I drink water, tons of water. First month it was hell. Well, I was talking about my dinner also. First month was hell, and I finally adapted towards the end of the third week. Last week has just been easy. Now it's going into the extra week. I've been on for over a month. I was 330. I'm down to 303 now. So 80 more pounds. I'll be back to my fighting weight. Fuck that, man. You're only 38. I'm old. Rich. Grease. You came in as Richard Evans, huh? How's life? I can't take over, brother. I'm too old. No, you ain't. Man, you fucking more pussy than a pimp. Let's see. Is this your last year coaching? No, it's not my last year coaching the game. I'm actually going to expand my coaching. So he's right. I'm not quitting. Wonder what issue Curtis has. The same as last time. That damn religion is all up in his head. He called a bitch over that already befriended him. And goddamn, he called her down to the beach or something. Gonna meet her at the beach. And she shows up, finally shows up and says, I want to make you mine. I'm not kidding. I want to make you mine. And she's like, what? Well, we want to get to know each other. She said, we already been through this. So that's our Curtis. Supreme, are you still going to give up the dating niche and do strictly female fitness like you once mentioned? I never said I was giving up the dating totally. Okay? I'm going to do coaching. There's more income in coaching. Goes, oh, never mind. I can post her review. Grease says, did a coffee date. Got a good review from a female last night. Did a coffee date. Can you post it? And Jesus, he pulled that shit, stuttering and nervous. I think he needs the grease treatment, man. You need to pull his coat. Thoughts on Gorgeous Dre's brother slayed by police? Very sad. I didn't know that. I don't know the situation, so I cannot comment. That's someone who's lost a lot of weight too, is Gorgeous Dre. Crown, what clothing color palette would you suggest for my skin tone? Okay, Crown, that's actually not my expertise. That's Jovina's. She has a site called howtodressformen.com. Howtodressformen.com. And she looks at your skin tone, the color of your eye, and your hair color. And she'll determine what color palette you should use. And she also gives you some guidelines on how to dress to attract women. What to do about your hair and stuff like that. Facial hair, she'll clean you up. Chaser, what are you talking about? He's talking about finding the right colors that'll make him pop when he walks into a room. There is a such thing. You can actually do that. If you got the right colors, Strider, when you went to like any kind of venue, you stand out more. You ever see women are masters at this. They'll get colors that will make their eyes pop. Make the blue come out there. They have blue. Yeah, you could hire professionals. When I was doing some training in LA, they had a professional come in, and Jovina took her course on that. That's something she's always been into. She does people like Jovina. The woman you did that course with on color palette? She did Hollywood stars, but I can't remember some of the names.
Celebrities.
Yeah, she did celebrities.
She really couldn't name
Oh.
celebrities. She said she did celebrities.
Yeah.
Did it, so.
Guess her list is private. I rock bald with a goatee. Good. Strider, yeah, I got you, Spring. Good. Yeah, clothing color matters, homie. You just said the worst thing you could ever say, Strider. Yeah, I wear what I like. Dudes do that. Not to call you stupid, but dudes normally do stupid things, Strider. You could be wearing the wrong shit and not even know it. That's how serious the game is. I like red and blue shirts. I had the summer palette and I lost it.
That sounds like the crop wearing.
You get one with Jovina then. I missed that. I can't post it. Okay, I'll send it in your email. Okay, I'll read it. Suits, button-ups, and vest. Oh. How are your colors? Well, actually, for suits, if you read How to Dress for Success by Mallory, you know the basic colors. Supreme red text, bruh. Red text. Read my text. I just did. Suits, button-up, vest. Am I missing something? I can go on with clothes. Crown Chaser. Yeah, Ma Strider. You got to think out when dressing. I'm just learning that, so don't feel bad, Strider. I think Strider trying to make a point here on something. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Let me go to my inbox. Get my field report. I saw Giuliano's ugly Frankenstein head.
You've got mail.
YouTube comment on Killer Crunch workout. Good. Still the bomb. Found these vids in 2011 or 2012, and they still work. Thank you. That's a good comment. I'm trying something new with Facebook marketing for the female fitness area. Post stuff like that. All right. I don't see the mail yet. I lost pallet. You lost the pallet, Michael? I'm sure Jovina can hook you back up. Write her. You should still have her email. She'll send you a link to the pallet again. Is Grease in the Bay? No, he's up in Spokane, Washington. At Chaser, it's not that hard to match clothes with color, but can you match it to your skin, your hair, and your eye color? Are you Black Strider? What about seasonal colors, Supreme? Your color palette never changes year round. Is that correct, Jovina?
That is correct.
That is correct. Ah, you're a brother. Okay. Did you know there are different shades of blue that may work for you? It may not work for me. Because of the blue in my eyes, there are certain colors of blue that will bring that out. Christian Gonzalez, a girl that I met online, is a fashion major, and she's been helping me with my style. Great, Christian. Michael was shopping with my mate there a while ago, and he both a polka dot shirt. LOL. He's trying to say he bought, or maybe he brought one. I think he wants to say he bought. He purchased a polka dot shirt. I would never wear a polka dot shirt. Yeah, that's pretty bad there. Do you hang out with him often? Good. Okay. Jovine Ha. Jovine Ha.
Yes.
He put an H in your name. Jovine Ha.
Okay. No, there's no H.
There's no H. You had it spelled right, though, except for the H. Most people fuck that up. Yesterday, we were at Walmart, and I didn't yell, but I said loudly, Jovina. And this black girl said, what? That's a very unusual name to have. And it's Portuguese.
She's not the only one. My sister does.
Yeah, there's another black chick. Now, in Spanish, it's Jovina. But don't say it to her.
Yeah, not unless she want to get knocked out.
Oh, God, let me get my glasses on. I'm on Chrome. Chrome, little tiny bitty words. Here's what Brother Grease sent me. The girl said about him. LOL, like I said before, I wasn't sure what to expect. I remember reading how tall you were in your ad, but somehow it didn't register. Trust me, not a bad thing at all. Dimples make me melt. Aww. You have nice eyes. I love that you like and have cats. You know, Grease, I want to talk about that cat shit, man. I'm not happy with this goddamn cat I have. He was gone for 2 fucking days after I raised his ass. I'm gonna get me a damn dog, man. I like to meet them one day. I bet she would. I was not nervous meeting you at all, she says. Thought we had and kept a really good conversation going. Yes, I stutter sometimes. There was no weird or awkward silences. See how the brother is? The conversation was smooth. You have a great laugh, and I really like your smile. Tattoos. Yeah, he's tatted. How many do you have, and what do they represent? Kissing was just as good as I thought. All in all, I had a nice time. What did you think? Very good. Now, notice what she said about, and obviously they got intimate. So it'll be only a matter of time before he seals this one. But Grease likes to, I call it play with your food a little bit. He likes to keep him away a little bit, make him wait, and build up that anticipation. Like Heinz ketchup commercial when this anticipation. Yeah, did you hear Giovanni singing back there, Grease?
That just reminds me of that Heinz commercial.
Get him all hot and bothered. By the time he seals the deal, she's going to be just gushing. Me, I like to jump right in. That was my style. Why wait? If you truly have the female, like notice how he has her hooked, you can do that, and it works like magic. He has the ability to hook these females really fast. And he was blessed with a James Earl Jones, that's his avatar, voice. And I don't know who's deeper. So he's got the voice. And when girls hear that voice, the pussy just starts popping, like popcorn. Michael Nolan. He's arguing with me about the shirt, and I educated him. He still ignored me. Stupid. He's stupid. Tell your friend I said he's stupid. I remember that last nerdy girl I was with clowned me about my spelling. I don't got tired of clowning you, man. Destin says, must admit, I learned a lot watching your show. Thank you, Destin. Grease says, that's how it's done. Basic. Remember, boys. I have to read this because people who are going to watch this later, I don't think you can see the comments on the side. I think Heinz ketchup is English or German. Not in this country. Make them feel safe. That's true. No. You got more to tell, man. Class ain't done yet. Make them feel safe. Keep going. Actually, I ain't. Good. He's not done yet. Keep spitting that game, brother. Heinz is German, Strider said. In this country, Heinz was just Heinz. Nobody thought of, if it was German or not. We just knew Heinz was the ketchup. Never thought about being German once. Have you ever thought about being German? No, neither. Not to mention, Heinz is a German name, but never thought about it. It was just the ketchup.
Just that commercial was always catchy.
Yeah, it was a very catchy commercial. Without even meeting them first. Yes. I see a lot of guys with polka dots shirts. What's up with that? He pointed it out to me to prove a point. Those are idiots. Okay, other idiots. Grease. Perhaps I should. Supreme, you and Grease did a podcast together a few months ago. Not yet. We're waiting for him to come through Sacramento. Upload my phone sex calls. Eric says, how's it going? Richard. Now tell me this, Grease. When they call you by first name, does it not feel different versus your screen name? I don't know if it's you or me, but it feels different to me. I took a long time to, I became a player Supreme. I earned that. What's good, Nate says. What's up, Nate? LOL smile. Smiling helps a ton. Mm-hmm. Nate, what have you been up to? And get the life story. Big help. Yeah. When you smile, it makes the other person feel warm inside. He didn't say grin, big grin. Grease, you got any stories to tell? Eric says, Michael Nolan, lined or checkered shirt? What do you think? How about a solid? I do a lot of lined shirts, but how about a solid shirt, Michael? Just one solid power burst of color. Do you see the shirt in my avatar? The power blue? Stan Ray, hey Supreme, you ever thought of being a comedian? Your videos are hilarious. I love watching. Miss the old videos well. Actually, I did study comedy for a little while. That's how I got to meet, who was that, Dave Chappelle? No. Yeah, it was Dave Chappelle, yeah. I met Dave Chappelle when he was getting started here in Sacramento. He was coming through from the city. He was up for an open mic thing. So, yeah. Nate Francis went out this Saturday. Didn't get any dance, though. Okay, tell me what happened, because I sent him out this weekend. Told him the chase dances. Go up and ask girls to dance. Did you go up and ask girls to dance? Crown chaser. I mean, girls within your height. Within your height. Yeah. I doubt you remember it. I was just one of the students of my teacher that was the instructor. I thought he was weird because we were sitting there and he's waving from the backstage. Like, I'm like, who's this motherfucker waving? I didn't know him. He wasn't nobody famous back then either. And then we got to meet him. I broke a rule recently. I had sex with one of my coworkers at work, shaking my head. See step 100. Well, good luck on that, man. Grease says he got booted off. Oh, I'm not sure what happened, man. Crown chaser. I'm a PUA. Too funny when Supreme said that. Well, you know, when I think of PUAs, because I think of nerds. When I think of PUAs, because that's what flocked to it originally, at least, were these skinny little nerds with little fists. And I can see them, you know, they identified as a sign or a rite of passage or something they became for once in their lives. They were so hooked on being this pickup artist. And I can see them shaking their fist in the world. Little fist. I'm a PUA! I'm a pickup artist! And, yeah, nerds. So that's what I identified with. And I can see them shaking a little bony fist. But when I was on these other forums, they were so proud And kind of snobbish a little bit too. I'm a pickup artist. Like they became something. Like they actually became it. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to become. Become the player like these knuckleheads were doing. Well, no, we got booted. C-Step, laugh my ass off. Crown Chaser, hell no. LOL. Eric, when Thoughts Blondes try to force you to smile, what did you say to them? Nothing. I just looked at them. That took a lot of balls. I grew them. Speaking of height, if you felt insecure about your height, would you buy height insoles to make yourself tall? I felt insecure, but I never bought them. Because remember what my dad always said? You know your brother's 6'8". He had to stroke his jaw, so he had to talk like this, in order to talk. Nate says, yeah, they kindly rejected me. I gave up after the fourth one. Why? By the way, were they taller or shorter? Michael Nolan, the red shirt V-neck I have in my avatar. I use a waistcoat on that. It looks savage looking. You sure red's your color? You got a little pink undertones. Jovina, take it off. Michael Nolan has pink undertones. He's wearing a red V-neck shirt. Like he's wearing the V-neck like Totem, but it's red. Is red in? I don't know if you remember him, but someone with pink undertones and brown hair. Red? Won't that make his skin look kind of?
It depends on what shade of red. Does the red have orange undertones? Does the red?
I don't know. I can't tell about that shit. I don't know if their shirt has orange undertones or whatever the fuck she said.
See, it makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
On his eye color too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll assume that he had the right palate, and that's right for him. See? Eric Hills, they have a video of a homeless guy picking up girls. I've seen that dude. I've seen the video. He's a hustler. I'm out Supreme. Take care, brother. Be safe on the vacation. And thanks for the advice. You're very welcome. C100. I feel bad for short guys. It has to be a challenge. It is a challenge. It certainly is. Not really a challenge, C-Step. Well, Eric, he's 5'5". Rich Grease says he's playing the game. Mm-hmm. How tall is everyone here? All were short, about 4'9" to 5'1". Perfect. I don't know. My ego kind of took a hit. Hey, you stopped at 4. What if the fifth one was said, yeah, sure. Why did you stop? I know it's hard to get rejected. Make sure when you ask, a good song is on too. Okay? Make sure there's a good song on. And the way I do it is I hold my hand out. I don't actually say the words. C-Step 6'6". Grease 6'3". How long you be on vacation? I'm going to do a show in between then, so don't worry. But I'm going to be on vacation till the end of the month. I'll be back next month. Destin, Uncle Supremo, do you think 5'10" is short? No, I don't. I sometimes feel insecure about my height. I think that's what's holding me up in the game. There are a lot of tall women I run across lately. So, I'm not going to date a tall chick. Tried that once. Never again. I wish I'd grown to my height that I should have been, that they said when I was a kid. I should have been Greece's height. I stopped growing. Yours should be, exactly. Nate, pay attention. Greece's dad was 5'3". His mom is 6'1". That's where he got his height from. Strider, destined. That's decent. We're about the same height. I was taller than my dad at 14. At 14, my little brother was 6'4". 6'1". So height doesn't factor in my opinion, Grease says. Richard, how did your dad run game? His dad was old school. Like I do, he says. Destin says, oh really, huh, Strider? Huh? I guess this show's going to go on a little bit longer since everybody's talking now. Destined says, Richard, good question. Michael Nolan, Supreme. When you went down the spiritual path, have you ever done astral projection? I was doing that as a kid. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was happening to me. I wonder if a lot of other black people were doing that and not realizing it. Before OBE, that means out of body experience. Catch Polly, hey Supreme, have you ever experienced this form of indirect choosing? She strikes a convo looking for help, but starts complaining a lot, being annoying, keeping the debate going for no serious reason. No. Remember, I did most of my gaming in the nightclubs. Girls ain't got to do that in the nightclubs. Grease, what did you do on vacation? What does Grease always do? He fucks. Right, Grease? Oh, fucking in Jamaica. Yeah, see, there we go. See? Meet a lot of Spanish women. In and out of hotels. How many girls? 7. You got any money out of them? One was 6'1". That was the Italian chick, yeah. There was actually an Italian chick. And taxi and dinner paid, yeah. So they paid for his time. Keep going, Grease. Let them know how a player can really handle his business. So they paid for his taxi and his dinner. Dinner paid. And they went back, of course, because he was staying with his parents, their motels. Treat him like a king. Bus trips to Negril and Ocho Rios with them. Grease, have you ever dating a sister? Yes, he has. To answer for him, what favorite type of women do you go for ethnicity-wise apart from white girls? Let's see. He said, I hardly spend time at home. He also said, I have dated a sister or two. Hodge says, Grease, adopt me. Grease says, had one I should have locked down. He also goes, but that was one regret in the game. But that was a long time ago. Yeah. Grease, when I reach a certain level, how can I get professional hoes to give me money since they're getting money from tricks? That was when I was a kid, Michael Nolan, and whatever it was, it terrified me. I would start sleeping with my little brother because I was scared of dying. I thought I died every night. I didn't know what was going on. Again, I was young. I was in elementary school when all this was going on. That's why I started investigating, get into the path in 6th grade. I know what was happening to me. Grease says, that is a long question. First, get in the game. I agree. He doesn't need the information. He needs to get a girlfriend before he needs to worry about shit like that. Also, I choose on what has and can contribute to my throne. Eric says, but the channel won't be here long. The channel will be here. I'll do a video every once in a while, but it won't be like this anymore. Got to soak up as much as I can. It's not going to help you. Eric, you got to overfill your mind. Like the other stuff you're into. Nate, at Supreme, is there any chance of me becoming a player? I'd rather see you get a girlfriend and settle the fuck down. Sorry. There's always a chance to become a player, though, but in order to get there, you got to get rid of those issues. Okay? As long as you have those issues, you ain't going to make it. And I'd rather see you settle down for a bit before you even think about that with the girl. Supreme, I text that girl, and she replied, thanks, Supreme. Welcome, Tracy. Juvina, mais aqua. Água. Por favor. Onda. Turn that camera on and everybody see you in your little ugly ass night thingy.
You wouldn't dare.
Yeah, I would. Greece, you ever went out to clubs? I don't think Greece has been to nightclubs before. Astral projection, they say, is forbidden to do. Who says that? Who's they? They say there's an astral plane, and things are very realistic on the astral plane, Michael, as we get into a weird topic. And when you have those really deep dreams that seem like they're real, when you wake up from them, you seem like they were real, then you know you've been on that astral plane. Christianity, the Book of Enoch. Well, Eric, you already know what I think of what Christianity thinks I should and should not do. Sin. Uncle Supreme, I started hoe chasing. Why would you even tell me that? No, seriously, why would you come on my show and even tell me that? Supreme, I don't give a fuck what you said. Fuck you. I started hoe chasing. Okay. Mainly white chicks. Okay. It seems to work for me better than nightclubs. Okay. Also, I do it because it boosts my confidence? Question mark. What do you think about that? I don't. If it works for you, do it. Okay? If it works for you, knock yourself out. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Staying ready? Hey, Supreme, why chicks act more difficult to get when they be around in public with their homegirls? You know why. It's the public perception thing. Come on. Maybe you don't know that. Okay. When they're out with their girls, they got to put on a certain look, certain image. That's why they don't want scrubs approaching them. even if she may even like you, she'll pretend like she doesn't even like you. Because if her homegirls say, "Oh, he's bummy," or something bad about you, she'll feel like she's not their equal anymore for even talking to you. Okay? Grease, hoe chasing, low self-esteem. Go to So Suave. I agree. Eric, I follow the real Christianity, not the religion. Christianity was never meant to be a religion. What is the real Christianity? Tell me about that, Eric. Since you're into the deeps knowledge, are you going to Ethiopia and going up into the mountains into one of those churches? Greece, low self-esteem is why you hoe chase. And I agree. But that's sin. Only bottom feeders do that. I agree again. Same words I haven't said before. I'm like, no, the only place to hoe chase is speed dating. I like that concept of speed dating. Yeah, I don't call it hoe chasing either. I like that concept. Before the Council of Nicaea, yes. Okay, so agnosticism. Do you know what that is, Eric? That's Elko Supremo in Greece. I've been working out a lot and really trying to improve myself physically and mentally. Please, my question to you, how do you build more masculine or masculine energy? Keep doing what you're doing. Get your mind right also. Get your mind right. That's where the final piece will come in. And yeah, Greece says no jacking off, no feminine action. Exactly. When you start to kill all the femininity out of your brain, out of your mind, you'll arrive. Because you're already working out. So you got the physical side covered. You're working on your mental stuff. But you'll find the femininity, it can be in your actions, your behaviors, shit like that. Check yourself. Watch yourself. Make sure you've eliminated that feminine shit. Greece, hang out with like men. Again, I agree. Supreme, do you like massage girls' feet? Really, Tracy? Have I ever rubbed your feet? I've rubbed your feet once, haven't I? Jovina? I think I rubbed her feet once in the 12 years. How many times have she rubbed my feet? Ask how many times a month. That's the way I like it. Okay? Basically, you change your thinking, you change your life. Greece, no. Why? Massage? Come on, man. Yeah, really. Damn, need to stop fapping. Jay says, Destin, thank you, bro. Michael Nolan. Well, in speed dating, you don't need eye contact. That's good for the chasers, yeah. Richard Evans, or Greece. My 23-year-old would do that and trim my toenails. So my 53-year-old, she soaks my feet in this device that her son bought her. It bubbles up, it gets the water hot, and it suds it all up. Then she gets out them scrapers and scrapes the bottom. I don't let her trim my nails. But she gets those, second thing is she gets the paddle board and finishes, sanding the bottom of my feet, which what she's going to do. No, actually, we're going to get it done professionally because we're going to be on vacation. But yeah, and he goes, but that's it. Eric, a lot of people fucked up. They're in no eternal torment. You are purified through fire by God's love. People read the English version, which is wrong. Catch Polly. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. When a woman approaches you in the club, I don't like bitches approaching me in the club, by the way, because that's an aggressive bitch. Every time that's happened, it's been an aggressive bitch. I appreciate it. I like it sometimes, but I don't want to deal with them. I've had women buy me drinks. I had one woman, bitch, she was like, I have a right dancer. I bought you a drink. What the fuck? I remember when I was at the America Live, some bitch I'm dancing with, and I didn't like her. She was chunky, chubby. She was actually borderline fat. She later came in to work out with me. I don't think she remembers me, but I recognize her. She had nerve to say to me, I saw this chick walk by because I wasn't feeling her, and I made eye contact with the chick, and she goes, no, your eyes belong on me. I got off the box, my stage, and walked over and danced with the other chick. Let me finish this though. When a woman approaches you in the club with attitude, challenging you, a bitch has never approached me with an attitude challenging me. What kind of vibe are you giving off? Well, let me show you something, guys. Something again. I'm sorry, but I got to show you something again. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Player's Handbook. My pictures. Display capture. Okay, you can see this. Do I look like a fool that a bitch is gonna come up and talk some shit to me? Did I look like a goddamn fool back then? What in the fuck energy are you giving off that's gonna make a bitch come up and talk some shit to you? Somebody tell me that shit. Even on my smiley days. Really? So I never had this experience of a female coming up trying to, talk some big shit to me. So I have no experience with that there, brother, is my point. I didn't look like the type that a female's going to come up and do something like that too. Tracy, I love women, so to me, I guess I like hugging up in bed. I like cuddling in bed too. So don't be ashamed of it. Let's see. Do you go to the website, The Art of Manliness Supreme? You know, I just went there this morning because I was creating a sales video for my my charisma book that I had out that I'm going to offer for free eventually to you guys. Because I was looking up the word charisma. I've seen their I've seen their website before that also. Let's see, Tracy. I ain't no simp though, and neither am I. I like getting cuddly with women. I like kissing. I like intimacy. I like touching, and as you know, I'm a kinesthetic. I told you guys, when I was 3 months old or 2 months old, my mom took off, left me with her 2 sisters. And of course, I didn't get touched by those 2 clowns. So I'm sitting in the bed, screaming my ass off, and they threw a bottle in my mouth. So I need, babies need to be touched. So that's why I think I'm kinesthetic. I crave touching. I don't touch Jovino so much now she just curls in a little ball in their corner of the bed every night, as far away from me as she can, just so I don't touch her. I touch her in my sleep, in the butt cheeks, knife hand in the butt cheeks. I do this finger thing to flip the skin. I knead, and I'm half awake doing it. Eric Grease says, "Stop all that. Get a girlfriend first, and find." More comments below. I think I'm missing something here. Let's see. I can't find your comment. Damn, we got a lot of fucking comments. I guess shit got backed up. Sorry about that, fellas. Let's see. Where's Grease? Okay, Polly. Yeah. Trace Jackson. I love women. So do me. Justin. Welcome, Justin. D'Antonio. Do you go to the website? Manless? No. I don't go there. Trace, I'm no simp. There it is. Get a girlfriend and find out who you are. Thank you, Grease. Eric, in the club, a fine sister gave me choosing and dragged me on the dance floor like a bitch. Reverse it. Flip the script. Okay, Eric, flip the script and take it back. The power back. Next time it happens, put your hands on a trap and make her move to your beat. And turn around, do the grind thing. You guys do the hump thing. Hump on it a little bit like a dog, but either way, show your masculinity. Staying ready. I've been told why I ask too many questions by certain chicks. Is that a bad thing? If you're doing it the wrong way, it is. And obviously you must be doing it the wrong way. You gotta learn to get smooth with your conversation. By taking an interest in one subject and try to explore everything you can about that. But you got to ask them in a conversational manner versus firing questions at them like a robot. Tracy. Hey, Grease and Supreme. Where should I take this girl on Wednesday? I was thinking of going to this place. Why don't you take her to your place? That's always my first suggestion. But if not, oh, you don't know her that well. Take her to... you're in England, I think. You guys have coffee shops. I don't know if you're an adult, 21. In the United States, you gotta be 21 to drink, I believe. So, take her to drink, let her chill out and relax. Get her a drink, okay? Place with a nice view, you mean? Meh. Stop trying to be fucking romantic, too. Fuck romance. Sorry to say it like that for a guy who's touchy-feely, but fuck trying to be romantic. Stick to what works. Take her to get a drink. That'll relax her. No love for chunky girls. Really? I love chunky girls. If they're curvy. I'll pass. I don't go for that. Tracy, coffee date. Get the live story first. Get to know her. Thank you. Tracy Jackson, and get a pack of beer to share. No, that's cheap. Go into a bar and sit down at the bar. Nice quiet bar. Don't get a 6-pack and sit outside like some ghetto trash. Tracy, Grease. This will be the second date now, so I have to seal the deal. Yes, you do. Eric, Grease, how many years you plan to keep teaching game? Also, Supreme. No, I'm not going to say anything. Just give me a few more years. Hey, my lungs are totally healed up. Michael, good thing about speed dating. You're still on speed dating? We don't want to hold on to other subject, Mike, and you're still talking about speed dating? Everyone gets a card And if women choose you, they ring you or email you. That's nice. Okay, no beer needed. And who says I'm teaching? I'm trying to retire, seriously. When he gets his dough, he's out of here. LOL Supreme looks like a drug dealer. Thanks, C-Step. I don't even do drugs. Every black motherfucker with a bald head looks like a drug dealer in a leather coat. Actually, in fact, the drug dealers did look like that. Supreme, how's your night going? By the way, nice pictures. Always nice to look into your past. Yeah, because I'm heading back to that same look, only older. No earrings. Still no tats either. I keep forgetting every year. Oops. Fuck. Eric says no. The game will always find you, Grease. You can't run away. You've been listening to me, Eric. I think he understands that now. Grease says, same here, brother. Staying ready. How did you come up with the name Hoe Chasing? It's hilarious. It just fits. Staying ready. You're chasing after another hoe. I used to call women hoes back then. What's your thoughts on Tinder? I've heard a lot of good about Tinder. A lot of guys getting laid off there. Don't have any experience with it myself. Grease, I'm super curious, bro. What caused you to be a player? I remember Uncle Supreme telling the story about two girls he was dating, Susan and Tanya. You got the story wrong. It was Susie and Susan. Tanya was, let's see, 20 years later? 15? Late 20s, 27 to 42, whatever the difference is. Actually, 44. Tanya was... How old was I met you, Jovina? 44? Yeah, I was 44. So Tanya was 44 right before I met Jovina. Maybe a little bit overlapping. Destin. Which resulting in Supremo saying, fuck that. You know two can play that game. That was Susie and Susan. The two aerobic instructors I dated openly. And my students just wondered, how could he do that? If they knew what a hell I was in, they would have felt sorry for me. They say pimping ain't easy. That level of playership ain't easy either. Dating them openly like that. They called each other, as you probably know, Dustin. Compared notes. Trying to fuck up my game. And then Kathy P and I, we would sit back and laugh at the two of them. And she'd know she was getting played. But she thought she was special and different because she was older. A MILF. Which resulted in journey in becoming... I believe Grease has told that story, but he's more than welcome to tell it again. Fuck. I lost the pace. Spacing. Let's see. Fuck. Okay, he says, long story, Destin. I was in the game. Didn't even know. Then all kinds of things happened. Then I had to go into my coffin and come out a true player. Send LOL. Okay, Supreme. No more hoe chasing. Hey, it's up to you, man. Eric Hills. Grease, tell us the stuff that happened to you in the game. Supreme, can we see more photos? Destined. Nice, good shit, bro. My half-brother Jamaican. You guys always seem to outdo African players from Africa. There's a lot Jamaican dudes Always playing the game. Grease was born here and raised here, but he is Jamaican through his parents. Supreme, can tell you he has all my proof of game, Eric. Robert, play your quick question. If a chick places you in the friend zone, is it better to cut her off? Hell yeah. As why I started the show anyway. One of my knuckleheads got placed in the friend zone, I think it was back in February, months before. Knucklehead calls her down to the beach and says to her, I want to make you mine. She couldn't wait to get out of there fast enough. And she said, we've already talked about this. Friend zone, fuck it. Few people climb out of friend zone. Maybe on a drunk fuck, or maybe I wouldn't waste my time or my energy with the other chicks out there that'll be feeling you and digging you. Does that sound good? She canceled 2 dates with me prior. She's also flaky. Fuck that, Robert. Use what I call the Brad Pitt rule. If you're Brad Pitt, or now it's Tatum Channing. If you're, is that the right way? Tatum Channing? Whatever I say his name. Channing Tatum or whatever. If you were that dude, Channing Tatum, excuse me. Channing fucking Tatum, do you think, no, let me get my Trump. Do you think she would break a fucking date with you? I love the Mexicans. Do you think she would break a fucking date with you? Huh? She would break her fucking neck. She would step on her girlfriend's throat to get on a date with you. So you judge accordingly by her interest level in you and decide whether it's worth it or not. It's your life. Eric Supreme, can you tell me? Tell you what? Actually, Player Supreme looks like a former heavyweight boxing contender, Ernie Shavers. Oh, gee, thanks. That toothless motherfucker? I'll take the bow. All the stuff that happened to Grease. Stand ready. Shit. I lost my space here again. God damn it. I'm trying not to miss your questions or whatever. My mom's good. She'll be out of the hospital soon. I saw the question scanning up. Let's see. All the stuff happened to Grease. How's your mom doing? She's doing well. She should be out the place pretty soon. Hips all healed up. She was able to walk 3 blocks. She told me the other day. I was thinking about taking up bushcraft program in the future, get survival skills, Michael Malone says. I highly recommend it. Tracy Supreme, do you watch the PUAs for entertainment? No. If I pull up one of their channels, it comes up my recommended. I don't want that shit in my recommended. Why would I want to watch? I'll be doing some game review, so I'll make sure that I'm not logged in to go, look at some different POA structures. I just did mystery. I have 3 fucking videos on mystery. If you're on my mailing list, which will come out in the future, you'll get access to those videos. My mistake, Uncle Supremo. I didn't know. Huh? Did I miss something, Destin? Nice, good shit, bro. My half brother. Okay. Let's see. And they're both white women? I'm sorry, I missed something, Destin. I don't know what you're talking about. They're both white women. Who's both white women? When was the last time you left When was the last time you left the club, Supreme? Which year? You mean as a player? 2005. So that was, damn, that's 11 fucking years ago. I've been to the clubs since then with Jovina. But yeah, as a player, 2005. Much props, Uncle Supremo. Justin, another name for hoe chasing is cold approaching. Yeah. Cold approaching is like telemarketers. You know, those motherfuckers ring your phone. Supreme, I think it's okay to mix and match certain things from different people. And, well, you're the one that came to here and said, well, Coach Corey Wayne said, Tracy, here in my show, you mentioned a lower level player as having, I guess, his advice is more valuable than a real player. That was pretty interesting, man. And yeah, I think I cracked the kitchen table here. Grease. Trace different styles. Pick one, stick with them. When it comes to, Grease says, when it comes to friend zone, my main rule, never let a woman tell you no twice. Tracy, and you would improve on them. Again, pick one, stick with them. When you're done with that one, go to the next one. What you got to do when you come here, Tracy, is you got to actually empty your mind out. Okay? I can't pour game in if the cup is already full. We teach different types of game. He teaches you how to be a dater. I teach you how to be a player. You pick which one you want to become. Getting player advice is not necessarily the best advice for a dater, except that we know how to get women. But my attitude towards females is different than a dater's. A dater coach would tell you, take her on a date. I tell you, fuck her and make her earn that date. Okay? Way two different things. Grease, no, it ain't okay, Tracy. Yeah, can you believe the brother came in and said, well, Coach Corey Wayne said, I don't mix. He goes, I don't match. Grease also says, and I lost the thread. I don't mix. I don't match. He goes, I don't mix. I don't match. I get natural game and stick with it. Thank you. I listen to Tariq Nasheed and Supreme. Two good people to listen to because we teach the same thing, player game. If you can listen to someone else, it should be Tariq Nasheed. Except, I don't know if he's still talking about game. He's more into the race stuff now. Although I believe he's still lecturing. That's his moneymaker. Tracy. Or what I mean is by following Supreme steps, I add myself to it. See, the catting showed up again. Here's a problem. You say, I follow Supreme step, I add in myself to it instead of becoming. That means you're still thinking of stuff and still calibrating and shit like that. Your mind's all jumbled up. You're not becoming. That's why you're still nothing. You're not a dater, you're not a player. You're still struggling. You are something. You're a struggler. You're a struggler. You have struggle game. That's why you're struggling. I say, fuck the dating shit for now. Become a player. Find out what you like in females. Then settle down and date one chick. Because by then you'll be a man. Okay, let's see what's the next comments are. Rich or Grease. Read above, Tracy. Don't mix and match. Seriously. If you mix and match, I can guess your results in the game right now. Catch Polly. A question on manage your team. Good. On your team, you have your main chick girlfriend. Yeah, so to speak, yeah. What I was doing in my game at the end was I didn't have one girlfriend. I liked it that way. I had one chick that I liked more than others. But she wasn't my girlfriend. Fuck. Have I even really had a girlfriend? You know, the chicks you're just kicking it with. You just end up being together for a while, I guess. Because I never asked anybody. But anyway, but should you make any of your side pieces a girlfriend if they behaving right or giving to your life purpose? Okay, for the girlfriend method, yeah, and you have some side pieces. There'll only be one. Okay? You only have one girlfriend. So pick which one is the best one that'll fit your team. As Greece says, that'll contribute to your empire and your throne. Those are not my words. I don't use those words. Those are his words. So I give all credit to Greece. So, manage your team. Make any of your side pieces a girlfriend. Pick which one you want. Okay? They're behaving right and giving to you. Yeah. If she's contributing to your throne and you want to have a girlfriend, knocks about. Greece says no. Keep them where they are. Destin, a lot of brothers don't realize how careful you have to be when dating white girls living in the system of white supremacy in the U.S. You just have to be careful when you go to small towns. Okay, as someone who's dated white chicks since I was 27, and I'm with the other white meat now, like pork, the other white meat. So, you got to be careful when you go to small towns. Like Jovina's, you guys know about the Portuguese. They have a lot of African influence in them, like Jovina's father. She don't call herself a white girl. You look at her sister, she looks like a mulatto. But other people don't know that. Like, to some people, she looked like the Mexican. When I was going to auction, I finally had to have her make a t-shirt that said Portuguese on it. So the Mexicans would leave me alone. Because I would start carrying a fucking gun. Those motherfuckers acting a fool. Mean mugging and, you know, the auction I was going to was mostly Mexicans that were going there. It was their auction, but shit. So when I go to small towns, she has the complexion for the protection, but she ain't getting another collection because she that's what's broke about her. She ain't get the collection like a white person. So they mistake her as being like a typical white chick. And I have to be careful. Okay? That's about it. But we don't really walk in the streets that much. You know, when I used to walk, like, park across from the mall, walk across the streets of the mall, I get white guys in speeding trucks, always speeding trucks, and a bunch of them in the truck, nig, and nigger lover. You know, we always get that. But it's actually died down in the U.S., Destin. Just watch where you go in small towns. Greece, do you avoid getting rape accusations for some weird reason? My mom said white chicks will set you up. Your mom don't want you dating white chicks. That's all that shit is. Black chicks will set you up. There was a fucking football player that got out of jail because the sister, he was innocent. The sister lied. He would have been playing professional football. He's got to catch up. She got money, and she has to pay all that shit back now. But she finally admitted that she lied about it. Some of you guys probably heard that case. Tariq just talked about it, how brothers got to be careful when dating white chicks, especially in college. Justin, at least You don't look like Leon Spinks. That was the toothless motherfucker I was thinking of. Yeah, you're right. Destin, regardless if she's choosing, because they can falsely accuse you. You guys are doing some fear shit. I have never been accused of rape. I'm sure Grease has never been accused of rape. He's been accused of being the father, and that the bitch didn't know that, he got himself fixed. Remember that, Grease? Regardless if she's choosing, and he referenced Bill Cosby. Not all white women, Eric. And first, get a girlfriend. That is fear in your head. Thank you already. Yes. Michael Dolan, you ever get arousal drug on a date spree? No. No, man. An arousal drug? Why do you need an arousal drug? I'm not going to fuck if I'm not turned on. And then what I do to him in bed turns me on. I love it when women get all, bust nuts for my little finger technique and whisper in her ear, and then I climb on top of them. I'm good to go then. Just seeing a bitch naked doesn't do a damn thing for me. My dick don't get hard. In fact, I don't think it ever really has. It was the action that we were doing that would make my dick get hard. Although there was a girl in the park today. She looked like she was about 5'8". She was doing some yoga. She had some legs on her. Small breasts, but she was tall. She was thin. She had cut arms. The leg muscle, the hamstrings. She didn't have a big ass though, but I forgave her. The shit she was doing with that body. Both me and my client Roger, the older guy I trained, we were watching. The guy's working on the house remodel they're going to sell for $1.4 million. This is in McKinley Park where the rich white folks live, where I go to. Those workers were out there eating their lunch watching. Now, I don't usually, ogle that. And I wasn't ogling that much, but I was noticing when she was doing some good stretches. She did one thing with one hand, bouncing one hand, and then had the leg come out, and she flipped around, and enough. But an arousal drug, no. I don't need anything arousal drugs. Eric, no, my mom keeps bugging me about that. I think she hates them. A lot of black moms do. My mom clowned me for talking to this one white chick named Chris when I was in, I think it was a 9th grade or 10th grade. Okay, we got a lot of comments, and damn, this is going on 3 fucking hours too, fellas. Stand ready. Supreme, how do I handle being ignored in public by certain chicks that don't reply to me? Sometimes I want to curse at them. Wait. Reply to you? What do you mean reply to you? Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to see this because I'm way up the line. So I'm going to assume that... Let me move this so I can see if the cat comes. I'm assuming that you're hoe chasing and they're ignoring you? Is that it? Or are you in a certain public situation where groups and you're all talking and they ignore you? Either way, it shows that you lack masculinity. You lack charisma. Okay? Because people aren't paying attention to you. You're not very charismatic. You probably are whispering. That means your balls need to grow, brother. You need to grow your balls, become more of a man. People listen to real men. Michael Nolan, I heard you can get an arousal drug to put in a girl's drink to get her horny. Is that a no-go, Supreme? You have nerve to ask me that? Okay, Michael. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, okay? I'm surprised you would ever ask me something like that. To get her horny? I've never had a problem getting a female horny. Nor would I ever even think to use something like that. That is, I can't describe how disgusted I am by what you just asked me. That's disgusting to even think of. Wow. Hell no. It's like I got to rely on a drug? Okay. Remember someone earlier said I dated 2 chicks openly? Susan? There's a guy in my town that's famous. I'll leave his name unmentioned. In the aerobics community. He was trying to get at Susan. He'd already been there before me anyway, but he's trying to get her away from me. And he said to Susan, Chris is like a drug and you're the addict. She stuck with me for 8 years. And she just unfriended me because of the upcoming elections. But she'll be back after elections. But she still was on my Facebook account. Every year she would come by and want to go to coffee with me. When I started dating Jovina, one of my clients, Big Mouth, ran to the dance academy and told her. So she came around to find out about Jovina. Because she said, I heard you found the perfect one. Okay? I warned, huh?
Damn straight. Oh, I'm sorry.
I warned girls back then that they would get addicted. That's what I did on a regular basis. I'm not lying about that. I warned them. Okay? I don't need drugs. I am the drug. And I mean that with every fucking cell in my body, brother. How would you define your confidence? You're confident, Supreme? How would I define my confidence? Top shelf. Ultimate. Almost to the point of being bad, where you're overconfident. But I at least knew enough not to act that way. But actually I was overconfident, but I hid it. Mystery is a pale white idiot who expects guys to dress like fur balls.
Never heard that one.
I didn't heard that one either. His guys have to memorize stupid lines and do magic tricks like they're a bunch of chimps. Coach Corey Wayne is a fucking square, Eric says. The first person was Justin. Yeah, he gets square game. But there are squares out there that want that. Crown chaser. Okay, how do you make a bitch earn a date? When she comes over, okay, listen. When she comes over to your place, throws down in bed, and gets up and makes you a sandwich afterwards, or a woman's going to ask you, are you hungry, baby? Am I right, Jovina?
Yes.
See? After sex, are you hungry, baby? Can I fix you something? That's a real woman. She's earned a date. A bitch is going to get up, not make the bed, and walk the fuck out. Give you a kiss, walk the fuck out. Call me later. That's a bitch. She don't earn shit. Okay? Destin, I only follow you, Supreme. Thank you, Destin. Coach Corey Wayne is good, but he's more of advanced dating coach, not really a player. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. You said advanced dating coach. What is an advanced dating coach versus a player? I'll be right back. I have to go to my photo file again. I got a photo of a girl's pussy with a strawberry on it. She sent me. I've got a photo. She's black, mulatto. Her standing in just a coat, some thigh stockings, and a hat. Yes, Jovine, I saved all my old photos. You're not privy to them. Let's see. There it is. I've got photos of girls saying property of. Now, would you say something about an advanced dating coach? Don't use the word advance. He's a dating coach. Period. None advanced there. Advanced is player. Okay? Playing more than one female is advanced. Trust me on that. Greece. Crown, let her choose. Qualify her with a coffee date. Then if she's into you, then take her on a date. Justin, have you read the book Dating to Relating by Dr. Dating to Relating? Justin? The only thing she can relate to is my dick. See, I'm chewing the gum. The asshole's out. That's the only thing I'm going to relate to. And that ass. Am I not about the ass, Jovina? Jovina. Come here. I keep it real. Nah, yeah. What is a woman to me? I'm doing my Trump. What is a woman to me?
Piece of ass.
Thank you. What did she just say?
A piece of ass. That's what I said.
Okay. I ain't reading no goddamn relating to women book.
You read it. Oh, no.
Hey, can you believe that? No, I haven't read the book.
Who asked you that?
Got a clown, Justin. Supreme. And joking is not cheap because she said that. I joke with her. I tell her it's only about your ass, baby. We're having fun. Supreme, I'm 100% right-brained. Nobody's 100% any type of brain, but or what people would call conspiracy theorists, which conspiracy theories are facts, not all, but a majority. Yes, there's a percentage that's fact. And you're also conspiracy theorist. I guess people call me that too because I talk about that stuff sometimes on rare occasions. But I don't delve into it. That's white folks stuff, man. That's their shit. Trying to run the world and mastermind the world. That's what they're doing. Supreme, you said if a guy only has a 1-inch dick, they can still reach the G spot. Is that true? Yes. Lots of guys complain about the dick size, but apparently it don't matter. They're not aware of that. Now, of course, a woman, you can bang out the G spot and get her off and figure the clit at the same time. But women, they do want to feel a dick inside them. Guys with the micro dicks, there are guys out there that big. They're called micro dicks. And they have a hard time because a woman doesn't even feel something like that inside of her. Some women like the feeling. The hope for them is to find a woman that has been sexually abused. When they're sexually abused, they either turn off or they turn on. The ones that are turned off, they don't give a fuck about sex anyway. Weird questions, Eric. You have a weird mind. Brian Banks was the football player. Okay. Greece, Eric, get a girlfriend and find out. Yeah, thank you. We got to keep saying that to him. Sex isn't always physical. It's mental, energy, mind fucking, Greece says. Eric, I will, Greece. I know this chick likes me, so I'll set up a date. Talk is cheap, by the way. And I lost my place. There's so many fucking comments now, fellas. Got 20 people watching. Greece, I was surprised you were picking up so many chicks in Oregon. Okay, that's way down. Fuck. Sorry, man. That's Supreme. What the fuck is wrong with people drugging women and not know? I don't know. That's Mike. I had known Mike for long time. I didn't know. Damn, Mike. Like, whoa. Like, here I'm teaching guys how to get girls. And no, I can't compute those two together. Okay, let's see. Crown says okay. Eric, females on forums are learning game. Women already knew game too, by the way, especially sisters. White chicks, they were dumb. White chicks, as we know, brothers know, fuck a lot of white chicks. They ain't the most game-wise chicks on the planet. The Beckies, we call them Beckies. They act like little Beckies. Females on the forum, good lord, the hamstrings. Hamstrings, yeah. The hams, the yams, as we call them. Eric Hills. Justin Tony says Eric Hills. Chicks have game already. Ever heard the book The Rules? You should check it out. Destin Supremo. For the game review, can you break down Justin Wayne and Deepak Wayne game down? Who is Justin Wayne and who is Deepak Wayne? I will take suggestions, yeah. I'll go look at them. Remind me. Supreme, I forgot. What are the two what are the two words used in your audiobook? But one of the best examples you're talking about are your 7 steps for the pimp philosophy to have your front and your potential. Front and clout. Destin, would you consider them PUA? I don't know who they are. Okay. I don't do the scene. I don't watch videos other than van dwelling, some survival videos, shit like that, as I've explained many, many times. I refuse to watch their videos, by the way. It's like when you watch a person can't dance, they like suck your ability to dance out. You look at them and you just lose your ability to feel the beat. They suck the game out of you. But I'll go look at his game and try to break it down for you. Supreme and Greece, do you guys date Asian chicks before? I have never had Asian chick before because I was afraid I'd be horny an hour later. That's my joke. Greece has. I was actually thought it might be too tight of a fit. I ran into a white chick like that. Too tight of a fit. Because again, Asian girls are made for Asian males. Black women are made for black men. White women are made for white men. Now, of course, I dated outside of my race a lot and still am. You Jelly Supreme. What the fuck is wrong with people drug? Yeah. Greece says yes. Ace Ortiz drugging a girl's drink. What the fuck? I think Michael's getting sleepy. He's getting ready to go to bed. Michael Nolan, Buck Wild. I have dated Asians. I had one of them on the team. Yeah, she bought him a car, as I recall. One Japanese girl turned out with me and bought my first car when I was living in OC. Destin, his video has like 1 million views. And he hoe chase, which... Why are you bringing it up? You can buy views. Are you aware of that? You can go to Fiverr.com and buy views. Also, you can do what I'm doing, which is just $5 a day to market. The first night I did my first advertising test, I reached over 216 people who had never seen one of my videos. So I'm not impressed by 1 million views anymore. Again, Destin, They are beneath me, okay? Top level player. Low level players. Max. Pimps. Then we have this new thing called PUAs. Okay, I'll put them on the ground floor. Get it right in your head there, brother. Do you know how many guys have been caught faking those videos? I've just been analyzing Mystery. All the editing he does on his shit. Let's see. I tried dating them, but Zen says, Sin, is that Sin? X-I-N, Sin. But they seemed not into black dudes. I've had Asian girls approach me on POF. I have one in the file right now. She's actually tall, too. See if I can get her photo, because I proved my game. She's tall and attractive. I'm not sure if she's full Asian, though. I was looking at her and I was thinking, she may not be full Asian. Damn, I'm down to 29 messages. Ooh. 29 chicks want to get it at a brother. Okay, where's she at? Where does she go? Oh. Hold on. I gotta go to my inbox.
You've got mail.
Yeah, she had a weird name, too. There was an error trying to get the message. Fuck. Alright, fuck it. Damn, now my screen's all messed up. Firefox sucks ass sometimes, fellas. Let me go back to Chrome. Let's see, what was the last one? Let's see. I tried dating them. Staying ready. I heard chicks can't sense if a guy jacks off. They're not into black dudes. I heard chicks can't sense if a guy jacks off. Is that true from Staying Ready? I don't know what the first part was. Sorry. Sin. Find your market. Grease says, and find who is choosing. Michael, once you can make them bust, they're yours. Once I make them bust a lot to where they can't bust anymore, they become mine. And the way I do it, and the words I say to them while they're coming. See, I don't let them come. I don't let them just get all happy and giddy and fucking come. I cut them short, as Jovina says. You cut me short. I cut them short. I stop them, actually. And I make them look at me. I let them know who the master is. Okay? Something you guys should start doing. Stop just for that female nuts up and make her look you in your eyes. And tell her who's this shit is. It's mine. Destin. Grease, I was surprised you were picking up so many chicks in Oregon. Not that you're not capable, because you have displayed everything and show proof of game. Because I heard Oregon, again, somebody heard something. Coach Corey Wayne grins a lot. Have you noticed that, Supreme? I don't watch his videos, so I don't know. Again, beneath me. He works with squares, players. I like to date Japanese mostly, Zen says. One of the most racist states. Oregon? Nah. Texas. Florida. Oregon racism is kind of like Washington's racism. It's more undercover. It's softer. Texas, they'll just fucking shoot the shit out of you and drag you behind, like the one fellow they drug behind a truck. Eric Hills. I was on video chat site again and was talking to a white chick. She showed me her breast. I told her, take a seat. She was trying to get me horny like a dog. Then she got mad and called me nigger. Stay off those sites, Eric. With a low percentage of black people, Destin said. That's what I heard. Yeah, there is a low percentage of black folks up there in Oregon. I went to Oregon a couple of years ago. No, I wonder if that was fucking Greece. Was that you, Greece? Brother looked like a runaway slave. Look at me. God damn. He gonna get me in trouble. And he was with a black woman. No. Jovina. The brother in Oregon, and you know what I'm talking about, was he with a black woman or with a white woman? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
We don't remember. I think he might have been with a white woman. Look at me like he was a runaway slave. Oh no, you gonna bring black around here?
Yeah, I don't remember. Wow. That was on our first trip there.
Yeah. LOL, okay. Women not bitches. Women not bitches earn dates. Yes, women earn dates. Bitches, no. You jelly. Supreme, what the fuck is an advanced dating coach? I don't know. You jelly. Really? If your so-called date who gives a fuck, man up, be confident, and max your potential, we're all human beings. Trump, the Trump three fingers, LOL. Destin. Man, oh fuck, I lost everything again. If you guys can slow down, let me catch up, man. Shit, I'm gonna be on there for 5 fucking hours. Greece, where do you hunt? Destin is asking. Since you say you don't do nightclubs, you don't really do online dating. Actually, he does online dating, and he does street. But I'll let him answer that. You jelly Supreme, you can be the best salesman, but if you're not a good closer, then that so-called male needs to get their shit straight and stop worrying about some theoretical nonsense. I agree, you jelly. You always give you guys a business plan that works 100%. Even in my own personal experience, how to make a woman come. Fuck, I lost it again. There we go. Okay. How to text and 7 Steps products are worth their weight in gold. Honestly, everyone in this chat should go buy those products besides looking at every product you have. You jelly continue to say, by the way, I'm not getting paid to say this. It's truth. Supreme is the real deal. Thank you very much, you jelly. Greece. Destin, I hunt out in public and just started online dating, and my game is extremely strong in that. Destined. Damn, brother, always putting in that work. So sick, brother. That crazy. Eric Hills. Supreme, did John Horse have white chick on his horse? I saw a picture, just stood out. I don't. John Horse was. Did he have a white chick? I don't know. I can't answer that, actually. Because I haven't seen the photo. Okay? John Horse was in charge of blacks, the black tribes that went together with the Seminoles. So if anything, he would have had a Native American. So are you sure you didn't mistake a Native American for a white chick? Because they have gotten pretty washed out. They don't look like they used to. Moses D. By the way, why did you bring that up? Had nothing to do with the subject matter. Moses D. I'm 150 pounds and 6 feet. I've always had trouble gaining weight, and there are certain foods that would allow me to... Are there certain foods that would allow me to pick up weight? I'm starting to get a cramp in my trap area now. Yeah. If you're a hard gainer, then you can actually eat a high fatty diet to get a little bit of fat weight that will allow you to start gaining more weight is one way to do it. Otherwise, you just got to supplement your meals. Eat in between meals. Okay, eat normal foods, but eat in between meals. Moses, you need to write down a food journal and eat more. Yes. Supreme, did you try wheat-free? I'm on a wheat-free diet. I don't remember last time I had wheat. Did I catch up yet? Oh, fuck. More comments below. What? Oh, good. I'm done. Okay, we can close this shit out now. I believe I've reached all the comments, fellas. And I'm starting to cramp up. This has been real. 3 hours of my time. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for coming in, Greece. Thanks for all you guys. Thanks you, Jelly, for your compliments, and the other brothers that complimented the channel. It's been real. I enjoyed it. Some of you guys, you need to get your minds right. Eric, you got to get your mind right. You're all out there. I told you stop going down that path and just focus on getting a girlfriend. John Horse. I think you like testing me. See if I know who John Horse was. That's what I really think. Yes, I know who John Horse was. Johnstown. That's the town I was trying to remember that General Jackson killed every woman and child in because he couldn't get at John Horse. Yeah. See, I learned the truth of both sides. But I'm out of here, fellas. It's been a good night. Peace.